The quality of your relationships, whether it's with friends, partners, colleagues, maybe even yourself, that's kind of the central operating system for your life, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Get those right, and, well, everything else just seems to work better. That's really the core insight driving the source material we're diving into today.
Yeah, we're pulling knowledge directly from the Breakthrough Bulletin. Specifically, the issue focused on deepening relationships, which was authored by the, I think, incredibly insightful Coach Renee.
Okay.
And our mission here really is to move past just the abstract idea that, relationships matter. We want to extract the specific actionable blueprint you can actually use
Right.
to build lasting trust and meaningful connections, starting like right now.
It's so easy to say we value our people, but the bulletin makes this great point that strong relationships aren't just something you passively have. They're something you actively, consciously create. So we have to stop thinking about just, spending time with others and really start focusing on showing up with presence, with authenticity, and with heart. That's the real difference maker.
Coach Renee really drives this home. She states pretty clearly that strong bonds, they're never built overnight. It takes conscious effort. It takes courageous communication.
Courageous communication, yeah.
And maybe most importantly, a willingness to fully see others and allow yourself to be seen too.
Okay, but isn't that a approach? I mean, doesn't that sound exhausting, putting that much effort into every single connection?
Well, it might seem like it, but think about the return on investment. The Bulletin argues that when you intentionally invest in trust and connection, the payoff isn't just emotional.
Right.
It elevates things mentally, professionally, even physically. It's kind of the key to unlocking genuine well-being. And maybe the most transformative idea in the whole thing is experiencing love as a verb. Not just a feeling you have, but something you actively do.
Love is a verb. I like that. It's about action.
Exactly. It's what you do that defines the connection.
Okay, so let's translate that philosophy into something, measurable, actions people can take. The bulletin gives us 3 highly specific micro steps so we can apply immediately.
It does. The first one is absolutely foundational. Practice attuned listening.
Attuned listening. I feel like most of us think we're pretty good listeners, right? So what does attuned actually mean here? How's it different from just waiting for your turn to talk?
That's the perfect question. It's the huge difference between listening to reply versus listening to understand. Think about it when someone feels truly heard, truly gotten.
Yeah.
They feel valued. And that feeling, that affirmation, it instantly creates emotional safety.
Yeah.
And that safety strengthens the bond way more than just agreeing on something as it could.
So it's about validating their experience first.
Precisely. Verifying their experience before you jump in with your own input or advice.
The example they give is great because it works anywhere. Work, home. So if a colleague shares some frustration, instead of immediately offering solutions or, telling your own story, you reflect back first. Something like, okay, so what I think I'm hearing is that you're feeling kind of overlooked on this project. Did I get that right? You check in.
Yes. You verify their reality instead of potentially dismissing it, even unintentionally.
Right.
And the specific activity they suggest is, it's a really great habit builder. In your very next conversation, just try this. Pause before you respond.
Okay.
Repeat back one key thing you genuinely heard them say, and then ask one open-ended follow-up question. It forces you out of that automatic reaction mode.
Okay, pause, reflect, ask. Got it.
But, listening only gets you halfway there, right?
Yeah.
You can be the world's best listener. But if you're still wearing a mask, the connection stays pretty shallow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which brings us perfectly to the second principle. Lead with vulnerability.
Ah, vulnerability. The scary one for a lot of people. It can be. But true intimacy, real connection, it thrives when we let those social masks, fall away a bit. When you share an honest feeling or a thought, maybe even a fear, you create the space needed for the other person to feel safe enough to do the same. It has to be a two-way street.
And this flips the common idea, doesn't it? That vulnerability is weakness. The source reframes it brilliantly. It makes you real. It makes you relatable. And fundamentally more trustworthy.
It really does. That willingness to expose a little bit of yourself is actually a pretty high-level relational skill, even if it feels uncomfortable at first.
So how do you apply it? Practically.
Well, often it's just about direct honesty. Simple, but not always easy. Like instead of pretending everything's fine after a really stressful week.
Yeah, the I'm fine default.
Right. You might share with a partner or maybe a trusted colleague, look, I've been really overwhelmed lately, and honestly, I could use your support right now. You actually name the need.
Just putting it out there. The challenge they set here is simple, but wow, potentially powerful. Choose one relationship where you feel relatively safe.
Start safe.
And reveal one truth, big or small, doesn't matter that you've been holding back. Then just pay close attention. Notice how the connection might shift, even subtly in that moment. You're kind of testing the waters of intimacy.
Yeah, you're gently pushing the boundary.
Yeah.
And that naturally leads us to the final action, which is maybe the most achievable day to day. Invest in micro moments.
Okay. This one tackles that time issue, the I'm too busy for deep connection thing. We don't always have time for grand gestures.
And we don't need them. That's the beauty of it. Small, consistent acts of care, they compound over time into lasting trust and closeness.
Like compound interest.
Exactly, like compound interest for your relationships. These little micro moments, honestly, they often speak louder than the occasional big, grand gesture.
I love how concrete the examples are, too. It's not complicated. Like a quick text just checking in, a thoughtful, specific compliment, or even just pausing to really hold eye contact with warmth when you're talking to someone.
It's about the intentionality behind it, not the extravagance.
So what's the activity for this one?
Their suggestion is pure habit formation. Commit to just one micro gesture daily for the next week. Just one.
Okay, doable.
It could be writing a quick note of appreciation, sending that check-in text to a friend you haven't heard from, or simply making sure you fully put your phone down when a loved one is talking to you.
Okay, attuned listening, vulnerability, micro moments. Got it. Now, after laying out these actions, Coach Renee shifts gears a bit, right? Into self-reflection.
Yes. She reminds us that every single relationship we have is fundamentally a co-creation. The dynamic that exists isn't just happening to us. It's the direct result of how both people are showing up.
That puts the power back in our hands, though.
It does. And this transition forces us to look inward, using two really critical questions. The first one is, what kind of relationship do I truly desire? And what am I doing right now to co-create it?
Wow. Yeah, that question completely shifts the focus. Instead of just waiting for the other person, your partner or friend or whoever, to be different, you have to look at how you're actively participating in shaping the reality of that relationship. The journaling task they suggest is excellent for this.
Tell us about that.
You write down the qualities you want. Maybe it's trust, laughter, support, whatever. And then you write down one tangible way you could contribute to each of those qualities today.
Making it super practical. Love that. And the second question, this one cuts right at the heart of it. Where exactly am I withholding love, honesty, or presence? And importantly, why?
Oof. That why is the real pivot point, isn't it?
It really is.
Relationships often suffer because we hold back, right? Maybe out of fear of rejection, fear of conflict, or maybe just the ingrained habit of being busy and distracted.
Exactly. And naming that reason, figuring out where and why you're holding back, that's the first step to actually reclaiming the power to change it.
It makes the barrier conscious.
Precisely. And to really solidify this self-inquiry, the source material offers this brilliant week-long practical exercise. They call it the relational mirror.
The relational mirror.
It's designed to build both awareness and intentionality at the same time.
Because if you really want to strengthen a bond, you have to be willing to look honestly at how you are showing up in it day to day.
Couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
So here are the steps for anyone wanting to try the relational mirror. First, pretty simple. Select one key relationship you genuinely want to deepen this week. Just one.
Okay, focus on one. Step 2.
Step 2 is the daily reflection piece. For 7 days straight, ideally in the evening, you jot down answers to these 3 specific prompts. 1, what did I do today to actively nurture this relationship?
Okay, what did I do?
2, how did I listen, speak, or show up with intention today? Be specific.
How was I intentional? Got it. And 3.
And 3, what could I perhaps do differently tomorrow to create even more connection? Or maybe repair something that felt off.
The forward-looking piece. Learning and adjusting.
Exactly. And then finally, step 3, the weekly review. After the 7 days, sit down with your notes. Look for patterns. Where did you find it easy to lean in? Where did you notice yourself consistently holding back? What, if anything, surprised you about your own behavior throughout the week?
That sounds incredibly insightful. Hard, maybe, but really insightful.
It can be revealing, for sure.
And all these actionable insights, these questions, this exercise, it seems to build towards one really powerful closing thought, right? Something captured in a Brené Brown quote, the Bulletin highlights.
Yes, it's just perfect. Connection is why we're here. It's what gives purpose and meaning to our lives.
Wow. Yeah, just sits there, doesn't it?
It really does. It's such a profound reminder that these relationships, they aren't just like secondary goals or nice to haves. They're the very engine of fulfillment.
So, to leave everyone listening with that final reflective question from Coach Renee herself, where in my life could I create deeper connections simply by showing up with more presence?
Uh, that's the question to sit with. We've moved pretty quickly today, but hopefully we've provided a really concrete framework, moving from just theory about relationships to actual practical application.
Yeah.
Through things like attuned listening, that courageous vulnerability, those consistent micro moments, and that conscious reflection. It really gives you the tools to consciously shape the most meaningful parts of your life.
Absolutely. We really hope this exploration gives you the clarity and maybe the motivation you need to continue your own journey of personal growth. If you found this useful, please do subscribe for more opportunities like this one. The subscription links, they'll be right there in the caption.
Yeah, check those out.
So go out there, apply these lessons. Start today, even with just one small micro moment.